Imagine standing in a place where your breaths freeze before they return to your mouth. The temperature is -50 degrees. The ground beneath your feet is a layer of millennia-old ice instead of soil. While most people wouldn't even step out onto the streets in such frigid conditions, the Nenets, a tribe in the heart of Siberia, consider this cold their home. In this land, the sun, weak and weary, only touches the snow for a few hours each day, and night, like a silent monster, reigns over everything. Yet, amidst this harsh whiteness, the Nenets thrive. Not just survive, but do so peacefully, continually, in perfect harmony with the cold. They are the guardians of tradition and survival, the last generation still in dialogue with nature, not by conquering it, but by adapting to it. Let us embark on a journey together, to a place beyond temperature, beyond geography, to a place where humanity has rewritten the true meaning of adaptation. In a corner of the Siberian Arctic, where the wind cuts like a blade and snow never truly melts, a tribe known as the Nenets still exists. In a world where technology has shattered borders, and people enjoy the comfort of their smart homes, the Nenets still fight every day for a simple yet magnificent purpose: survival. The Nenets are children of the wind and ice. They descend from a lineage of people who migrated thousands of years ago in the tundras to become companions and kindred spirits of the reindeer. For them, the reindeer is not merely a domesticated animal, it is a housemate, a steed, food, and clothing. Without it, the Nenets could not endure in this unforgiving nature. The Nenets' home is called a yurt, a conical tent made from reindeer skin and wood, which stands firm against storms like a living entity. Its thick walls retain the warmth of life, preventing the freezing cold outside from engulfing the small family within. In the dark of night, the central fire inside the yurt remains lit like a beating heart. This fire not only provides warmth but embodies the living spirit of the tribe, a sign that life still flows amidst this endless whiteness. Every dawn, the men of the Nenets hear the bells of the reindeer. Herding in -50 degrees is a challenge between humans and the elements of nature. Faces covered with ice, breath heavy, and the endless distances between camps. But for the Nenets, this is not hardship but the rhythm of life. They look into the eyes of the reindeer and see tranquility, a calmness understood only by those who have lived with the silence of ice for years. The women of the tribe have their own world within the yurt. Their duties include sewing reindeer skins, caring for children, and cooking dried meats or frozen fish. In that endless silence, the sounds of scissors, stitching, and children's laughter create the melody of life. For the Nenets, every object, from needles to knives, holds significance. In an environment where every ounce of energy is vital, nothing is without value. Winter is a season of migration for the Nenets. Every few weeks, they dismantle their camp, reveal their yurts, and follow their herd in search of fresh pastures. The reindeer not only nourish them but also define their path. In fact, The migration route is an unwritten story of the unity between humans and animals. Along this long journey, children born in the snow take their first breaths in air where even a flame struggles to burn. Yet, from day one, they learn that life in Siberia means embracing the cold, not fleeing from it. The difference between the Nenets and other modern societies lies in their understanding of well-being, which is not measured by the temperature in their homes or internet speed. Well-being means harmony with the elements, while in other parts of the world, humans are in conflict with nature. The Nenets see it as a partner. Hunger, cold, or storms are not enemies, but parts of life. If one day the sun does not rise and a long storm begins, they do not become restless. They have learned that nature, even in hardship, carries a message for survival. From an external perspective, the Nenets' way of life may seem backward by our standards. However, if we look closely, they are the last guardians of knowledge that the modern world has forgotten, the knowledge of adaptation. They know how to create warmth from the least resources, how to find the best path through thousands of kilometers of snow, and how to create life from nothing. For the Nenets, every day is a test of survival. Yet, at the same time, it is also a display of human strength and beauty. In endless winters, when temperatures drop below -60, the flame in the yurt still burns, children still play, and women still recite the stories of their ancestors. The Nenets are a light in the heart of darkness, a testament that humanity's capacity for adaptation knows no bounds. In modern documentaries, there may be talk of technology, of people traveling to space or exploring the depths of the ocean. But the Nenets, without cameras, without technology, participate in a challenge every day that is harder than any space journey, the challenge of living at the edge of the impossible. And perhaps these simple people are the true continuators of our legacy, a generation that, without claims, still lives in peace with nature, still sees the earth as a home, not an enemy. As the video comes to an end and the last image of the snow-covered yurt fades away, we might ask ourselves, are we still the same humans as the Nenets, in a world where we have made everything easy? Perhaps they find beauty in difficulty. The Nenets teach us that true power lies in adaptability, not resistance. So the next time we complain about the cold or hardship, let us remember them, people in the heart of ice, who wake up every morning with a smile because they know life is not merely defined by comfortable temperatures. If this story touched your soul, share it with others. Let the voices of the Nenets resonate through the snow and silence, reaching the ears of the world. Until the next video, somewhere in another corner of this amazing planet, farewell.